Hey guys, it's Stephen and Alex here. Look, it's Alex Hylton.
Hello, how you doing? You alright?
I missed your face, man.
I missed yours, man.
It's nice. Look at the two bearded, kind of mid-hair length boys back together, how it should be. If you've not noticed, by the way, we're actually in XS Manchester studio. Look at this now, I'll show you around a bit. Look at that there. We've been doing a radio show. Essentially, we do a radio show every now and then for XS Manchester under the Blooming Rising name. That's a coincidence. That's not like why we're here together doing this. But you can go and download that and have a listen to it in the description below. And also, don't forget, check out my podcast. Check out my vlog from the game at Wembley. I put a link on screen. So open that in a bookmark and then watch it after this video. But we thought we'd do a very quick video just talking about the game tomorrow, essentially.
Yeah.
Also, sorry if the audio is a bit bad because my mic's broken. So this is the onboard camera one. Fingers crossed it's okay. But Alex, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow, man?
I've got really mixed reviews. I think my sort of attitude to it moves around every couple of minutes, really. I think every time I ask about it, I think we should be fine. I mean, we should be fine. We're at home. All the stats say that we're going to smash him. Aguero has bagged 2 hat-tricks in his last 2 home games.
That's crazy, isn't it?
West Ham have won like 1 in 5 in the league. So it should be fine. But they've got players that can hurt us, you know, Arnautovic, Lanzini, Nasri. These are all like great players and a little bit different to what we've come up against recently as well. West Ham, they play a little bit a different way.
They've got the players, haven't they, as well? Like people, I think it's because they're so inconsistent with their form, but which is classic Pellegrini for what it's worth. But they've got like good players like Philippe Anderson, all that kind of stuff. Declan Rice as well probably look to prove a point to Pep in terms of being maybe the long-term successor. I'm a little bit nervous about this game, I'll be honest, given the injuries as well, and given the fact that obviously like Fernandinho's there and Laporte, those Stones. I'm not really sure how we're going to line up because it could be one of those things where I keep saying Pellegrini because he's on my mind. Guardiola kind of pulls some rabbit out of the hat and tries something a little bit different.
Oh, definitely. You can never, ever predict a Guardiola 11. You know, it's always a tough call doing that because he can throw it up, and you know we're missing out. Mendy, of course, Stones.
He's fitting out apparently, isn't he? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, he said like maybe we'll see, which is probably actually Copa.
The BBC have him as out at
Really?
the time of talking. Maybe I'll look stupid tomorrow. But either way, like Fernandinho's out, so there's 3 or 4 players there that will restrict Guardiola's team selection. So you're hoping that he'll cook something up. You know, I think you might Danilo at midfield. You know, who knows what's going to happen. But you know what? You got our faith in Pep, you got our faith in the boys, and we've got this amazing squad of players. And hopefully we can use that to our advantage and we can overcome the threats that they've got. And of course you've got backers. People, we're such City fans, Stephen, you and I, because despite the fact that we won a trophy 2 days ago and we looked wicked in the league and we smashed Chelsea a few weeks ago and Arsenal and so on, like, despite the fact that everything's great, we're still going, oh yeah, but West Ham. Ah, but West Ham. And it's like, just chill out. Just chill out. It'll probably be fine.
Have a drink and chill.
Yeah, take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill.
Another expression from the 90s.
Yeah, all these 15-year-olds watch this video going, what? What does that mean?
In the 90s, you used to have little pills you get them from a pharmacy and you'd have one of calm
I'll tell you who's
down.
never taken one of them, Pep Guardiola. Imagine Pep Guardiola relaxing. I bet he doesn't know how to, does he, at all? Constantly, never switched off ever. But
I have this weird thing about Guardiola where whenever we've got like a day off, I love to imagine him at home just chilling out. Just like... And
what do you think he does? Just plays Mario Kart or something?
How many days a year do you think his wife sees him? I mean that. Like, how often do you think that? Because he's always off travelling, off onto like, you know, he's with a team and they're staying in hotels and they're travelling across to Europe and stuff like that. How many days a week do you think like he's at home?
He's probably on the golf course
chilling out
as well, isn't he?
Yeah, like I always like to think of, you know, when because we sort of have freelance jobs and we like running around, and like I regularly eat crap. Like,
I'm knackered
like,
most of the time as well.
Like, you never cook properly, and I'm always like, you're getting here right. I've got 20 minutes before I've got in. I've got 20 minutes before I've got to go out again. I'm really hungry. I'm having cheese on toast. As I'm watching the cheese on toast on the grill, and I think, does Guardiola do the same? Does he get in from training and go, right, I've got to go off to the press conference?
What do you all reckon? Put us in the comments below. What do you reckon Pep gets up to in his spare time? I reckon he's like a big fan. Like, I reckon he watches like the repeats of Friends on Netflix and all that kind of stuff, and sits there with like.
I bet he's not having Cathedral City on Aldi's own brand bread. I bet he's having like chorizo and
Tesco meal
cool
deal
stuff, and I bet it's wicked. I bet he's an amazing chef. I have the same thing with. Like, you look at Beyonce and she's like.
Good preview this, by the way. We'll carry on. Sorry.
You look at Beyonce and she's like really hot and she's like really glamorous and impressive and she's on the catwalk and she's amazing and she's doing all these shows around the world and she's amazing. I'd love to see Beyonce having a poo. I really enjoy that sort of like.
I was expecting Zabaleta talk, and we've got Beyonce have a poo talk. I mean, that's a weird fetish if there ever was one.
It's not a fetish. It's just like
we've gone from.
I really enjoy seeing glamorous people in not glamorous things. I'd love to see Guardiola making cheese on toast. I'd like to see Beyonce having a poo. I'd like to see all the girls allowed do a crossword.
To be honest, I'd actually watch that. I also want to see Sergio Aguero just kind of like struggling with his recycling and things like that.
Yeah,
you're getting annoyed.
Sorting out like the plastics. I'm sure he doesn't do that himself.
No, he has someone pay for that. But back onto the game, Aguero. Back there eventually. Aguero could actually become the first player ever to get three successive home hat-tricks, which is a mad stat. That's the kind of stuff you associate with like non-league football stuff. But they've got Arsenal and Chelsea as well. Do you reckon he can actually do it tomorrow? I mean, I personally don't think he will do, but
I think he's got it in his locker, and it depends on which team turn up. And I'd love to see us go out raring. I love the atmosphere at the Etihad to be really, really special.
Still got Beyonce good ahead.
Hopefully it will be, because presumably they're going to bring the trophy onto the pitch and they go, look, it's the Carabao Cup champions, and hopefully I'd love to see the fans that go to the match really, really ramp it up and create an atmosphere where the players, as soon as the ball gets kicked, it feels like we're going to score. It feels
like it's the kind of game we need, that, isn't it? Like we need that big atmosphere, because I feel like there could be. We did a show with Sam Lee as well, and he was saying after last season's Carabao Cup when we had Arsenal, which kind of sold itself because it's a big game, so it's not hard to get up for big games, is it? Essentially, but this one, I'm not saying West Ham are a small team, but it's not the size of game that you would focus on the way you would Arsenal. You look at and you kind of gloss over it in the fixtures, and this is the kind of game where we probably do need that little something from the fans, don't we? We need that motivation a little bit.
I just want to see as soon as that ball gets kicked, it feels like we're going to score. And if it's that sort of game, Aguero could hit 3 again. He could do, you know. And as long as we've got that attitude, we'll be fine. If we're a little bit sort of cautious and meandering about it, and we let West Ham get into the game and create a couple of chances, then it could be a little bit tougher and it could be a little bit more tighter than we.
How are you feeling about Zama coming back? Nasri as well. He's the kind of game, Nasri, the kind of person Nasri, I can imagine just doing something because he's that kind of person. And he's got a bit of a stubborn streak, Nasri, as well, which is one of his benefits and also one of his biggest weaknesses. And obviously you've got Pellegrini coming back to Etihad. I hope, and I reckon he will get a lovely reception.
Oh, yeah.
He will do, because I think we all sadly remember the way he went out in terms of he didn't, no one hung around because it was like half an hour afterwards. And I think City fans actually, with time, have warmed him even more. I think people now think, you know what, he probably got a bit of a harder deal than he deserved, given what he brought to this club. And I think in general, he'll get a really warm reception. I think all three of them will, actually, to be honest. I think there's no bad blood towards Nasri. I mean, he was involved in a big part of City becoming what they are today. Zaba, though. Oh, the goosebumps there. I'm hoping he plays tomorrow and not, he's not on the bench. Because Zaba, to me, even though I feel like he'll have a great game, I just want to see him play. I want to see Zaba back on the Etihad pitch. I want to see him get cheered every single touch as well.
Yeah.
Like cries of shoot, ironically, and hoping he doesn't actually shoot. There we go, dream scenario. City winning, 3-0. Zaba scores a 40-yard screamer top corner. A rapturous, everyone, the stadium would erupt. Rapturous applause everywhere.
Yeah, you hope so.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
But hopefully it won't be, because he's a model professional though, isn't it? So hopefully he won't play too well, because he could be a problem.
Zaba is a legend, absolutely huge legend. But if we're going to go for some kind of prediction for this game, or even a team lineup, what do you reckon? Who's going to fill in for Fernandinho?
I think most likely there will be no direct replacement for Fernandinho, and I think it will be Gundogan who will fulfil that duty. But I wouldn't be surprised if you saw one of Guardiola's 6-man midfields, and the policy is don't let West Ham have the ball rather than defend when West Ham have the ball.
So you think we're going to kind of be a bit cautious, really, essentially? We're not going to run. We're going to basically sit the ball back and try and contain them a little bit in terms of where we play more than midfielders.
I think it will be possession football, and it will be classic Guardiola. We'll try and dominate the game, squeeze it all out. Don't let West Ham have the ball. I think we could play. I mean, Walker will almost certainly start. Zinchenko will probably start. Kompany and then Otamendi as a centre-back pairing, which will be fine.
It's still that gif with the dog in the fight. This is fine. And he's still Kompany, still Otamendi. There's still a level above.
Just as a pair, they've not always gelled.
Yeah.
This is the chance for them to do that. So Kompany, Otamendi. Then in midfield, I would like to see Gundogan. I think Bernardo Silva is almost undroppable at the minute. And Phil Foden, why not? But then you say it, actually, De Bruyne already played 70 minutes at the weekend.
Yeah,
so surely De Bruyne gets in there. And as much as I love Phil Foden, I'd love to see him get 90 minutes. It's a big
For
old
me,
last minute.
it could bring the energy that we actually need because, you know, it's easy for us to drop a little bit in terms of our focus. And I think Phil Foden could be the one who comes in there and thinks, you know what, I'm a City fan here. This is my big chance. And provide that kind of spark, because you always get spark from young players, don't you? They always come on, they always want to do really well. I think Foden could be the guy that actually has a bit of energy in the team. I don't think he'll start, but I would love to see that. But anyway, before we wrap this up, your prediction for tomorrow's game?
I'm going to go 3-1 home win, City.
I'm going to go, yeah, do you know what, that was what I was going to say as well. I said on the radio 3-2, but I think I'm going to go for 3-1. I've thought about it a little bit more. But anyway, guys, this is Alex. He's just back on the video. It's nice, isn't it? Sorry if the audio was a bit naff. It's just my mic died, so I'm just using the camera audio. And I didn't have a stand, so it's a bit shaky and all that kind of stuff. But it's good, isn't it? Come on, back on the enjoy it.
It's nice to be back. And also, people can see that we're different people. I didn't get to watch the match at Wembley for people tapping me on the shoulder going, oh, look, it's Stephen McInerney off Blue Moon Rising.
I always get like, are you Alex from Blue Moon Rising? Like, no.
Yeah.
No. I might start saying yes, actually, every now and then.
Just do it.
Yeah, every now and then. Should we pretend to alternate lives?
Oh, I pretend to be you all the time.
To do?
Just people in the street.
My parents.
Yeah.
You're right. No, go, Alex, go away. Anyway, go and watch the vlog of the game I did yesterday. Go and subscribe to the Excess Manchester podcast that we do, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye.